Hello, welcome. In this video, we'll be looking at a brief summary of linear motion. Remember to drop your questions and comments in the comment section below. Linear motion is the motion of an object in a straight line. The displacement d is the distance traveled in a given direction. The speed is the distance traveled in any direction over the time taken. The velocity is the time rate of change of displacement. The acceleration is the time rate of change of velocity. The average velocity is the total displacement over the total time taken. The average acceleration is the finite velocity in a finite time. Always remember that the displacement of a particle is a vector quantity having both magnitude and direction, while the distance is a scalar quantity having only magnitude and no direction. Remember also that if a particle moves equal distances in equal time intervals, its speed is constant, but its velocity is not necessarily constant, as the direction may be changing. Note also that a particle can be at rest yet accelerating, usually under gravity. So let us look at some equations of uniformly accelerated motion. If a car moving in a straight line changes its speed from an initial value u to a final value v in time t, then the acceleration can be given by v minus u all on t, giving v as at plus u. Since the acceleration is uniform, then the distance traveled in time, s, can be given by the average velocity times the time, which gives s as half of u plus v of t. From v equals u plus at, if you substitute in s, you have s as ut plus half at squared. And from equation 1, making t the subject of the formula and substituting in equation 2, you have v squared equals u squared plus 2as. For motion under gravity, if an object falls from a height h above the Earth's surface, its acceleration is the acceleration of free fall g equals 9.8. And if it moves upward with velocity u, it slows down and eventually comes to rest because of gravity pulling it downward. So a equals negative g. Thus, equation 1 becomes v equals u plus gt. Equation 2 becomes h equals ut plus half gt squared. Equation 3 becomes v squared equals u squared plus 2gh. Let us look at applications of motion graphs. The area under a velocity time graph is the distance traveled. The gradient of a displacement time graph gives the velocity. The gradient of a velocity time graph gives the acceleration. Laws of motion. The first law of motion states that an object will continue in its state of rest or uniform motion unless acted upon by an external force. Newton's second law states that the rate of change of linear momentum is directly proportional to the magnitude of the applied force and takes place in the direction of the force. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action force, there is an equal but opposite reaction force. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.